one of these, you go to the back end, we'll follow you with your picture, pay, and then, but all of those proceeds are to help the families of the prisoners that Museveni has decided they belong in the dungeons because he doesn't like their political activity. And we are here in the diaspora to support them, to support their families, their kids to be able to go to school, to buy school supplies. So kindly, I know you can do this. Let's do this. Let's show some support. You put up your hand, decide which one you want to pick, grab it, take it to the back, pay, take it. So if you don't do this, I'm going to have to call people by name. So please, give me, just do like 2 minutes. If I don't see anything, I'm just going to say, so-and-so, yes, ma'am. You're taking, okay. So what's your name? Who? Oh, Jessica Mwebaza. Thank you so much. Yeah, we have a winner right here. $300. Jessica, Miss Jacinta. Jessica is walking. Walk. Take this. Yeah, so she can register it. Yeah, so she knows you've taken one. Okay. Oh, please, can you please stand up and say something to us? And then we'll acknowledge your generosity. Kindly, which one do you want? Okay, the flag one. Please clap for mwe mutwale bibiri. Nedda temujja tulyazamanyiza wano. Omukyala atwalako kimu, omwami alina okutwala ekirala. Mpa. Okay, temujja tulyazamanyiza wano. Gwe twala ekyo, gwe londako ekirala. Mpa ekyomukulembeze wano. Oba ekya first lady n'omukulembeze. Oyagala ekyo kino? Okay, mulete ebirala bana ebintu bigwawo bwe mutogera. If you don't raise your hands. Eyo plan tebaddemu. Nedda tojja kuleeta mateeka wano so kuveewo. Excuse me. Gwe bw'oba oyagalamu ekyenjawulo. Eriwa. Tukiteekewo kale kasa mumbulire. Bano baadde bagenda tulyazaamaanya. Yeah.
And I would request all of you to emulate such parents and teach your children the right thing when it's still. Women. So I took a quick census and I realized we have a larger number of women in the audience. Thank you so much for championing this fight. Thank you for championing this fight. Thank you for fronting it. Thank you for putting your faces there. I know what it means for a woman to stand up and speak. First of all, it takes confidence. Most of us find it so hard to speak what we feel and what we believe in. But seeing a woman that eventually comes out and stands on their 2 feet, nazinga kalesu nasibe chikoi nanywera najja nayimirira nagamba ng'omanyi oyo asazeewo. Mwebale nnyo okuba abavumu, mutuwa amaanyi, kummwe kwe tutambulira. Banaye temutyanga kuba bwe munaatiitira naffe tujja kusirika kummwe kwe tuyimiridde. As I conclude, I want to shine some light on the fight that is back home. If you realize the dictatorship back home is attacking women, and what really puzzles me is that the women they are attacking are the ones that have been enabling other women to stand up and fight. During the election, they abducted and imprisoned Dr. Lina Zedriga, that's the Vice President of People Power, NUP, Northern Uganda. And then they took Jacqueline Kamshaba, who is the Vice President, People Power, NUP, Western Uganda, and many other women. They targeted women to the extent that of the 10 people who they shot at in the house of Mwanga Chivumbi, more than 9 were women. Of the 11 people that they shot at and killed, more than 10 of them were women. More than 9 were women. That goes to show you when they came and brutalized me and stripped me naked and took pictures of me and had it posted on the official Twitter page of the CDF Mohozi, fellow women came up and said, no, this is not right. I want to appreciate them for not keeping quiet. There are women like Sarah, who is now the late Sarah Damlia. For 5 years, she was demanding for the release of her husband, who was abducted and disappeared during the 2021 elections.
Monica Chibalama died mysteriously. She championed the continued demand for the release of her husband, who was disappeared about 7 years ago. Those 2 ladies who died last year and this year, just a few days ago Sarah died, mysteriously have been championing the continued demand for the whereabouts of their husbands. Do we all notice how this puzzle is coming together? Do we see how much they are targeting women? Do you women here now notice that since they have opened up a war on us, we must fight back? Mr. President, allow me to conclude by calling the women to continue fighting, because right now the enemy has drawn the battle lines. People power, our power. Mr. President, I took so much of your time. Please allow me to give you a microphone back.
People power. Our power. You'll permit me move a little bit closer to you, brothers and sisters. Now, I'm very glad that I'm here. Physically. I met so many people, I've been speaking to so many people before I was able to escape Uganda. And many of them did not believe that I was the one. So I'm making it a point reaching everywhere physically, just to prove to you that I am still alive. Earlier on, I met an elderly lady together with her husband. I will not tell you the name. And she was crying, thanking God that I'm still alive. But I told her, don't cry for me. Cry for the people that are there. I was able to make it out. But so many of our brothers and sisters are there. That God helped me to escape. It was not for my own comfort. It was to further the struggle and to shine a light on the plight of those that are still there. Now, I know that many of you are from Uganda and you understand at least the biggest local language, Uganda. Mandela taught us that when you want to speak to the minds of people, you speak a language they understand. But when you want to speak to the hearts of people, you speak their mother tongue. I saw Brother Ken trying to translate for our sister from Kenya. And I want to request you that whenever I switch to Luganda, you translate to them. Banange nsanyuse nnyo balaba. Nsanyuse nnyo 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 nnyo. Mademba gamba nti ensonga lwaki nfuba okutuuka everywhere. Isubaka kasa nti nkyali mulamu nti saapowa. Manyi nti bannaffe bangi e Uganda batulaba. Nabo njagala bandabe bamanye nti saakola ki? Nti nkyali gu? Aha. Friends, we had an election on the 15th of January. All of you followed. But prior to that election, many were actually arguing, said, Bobby, we went to an election in 2021, which was very aptly documented. There's a documentary to the same. It was turned into a military operation. Then why are we going into another election? I told them, together with the team, that we are going into this election, not that we know that Byabakama, Museveni is appointed chairperson of the Electoral Commission, is going to announce us winners. But we are going into this election to get whatever is to get there. That is the legitimacy. The reason why the regime in Uganda, the reason why this spoiled son of Museveni was looking for me to kill me is because they cannot do without, they cannot do with the shame that they have. They have zero legitimacy. They know that the people of Uganda elected a leader and they know that they are there illegitimately. But I'm not here just to speak about the politics. I'm not here to speak about my presidency. I've said it before, I want to say it again, that I am not dying to be president, but I'm dying to be free and to see my country free. Because when we have that freedom, then we can have many of you, talented, qualified men and women, especially the young men and the young women of Uganda that are scattered all over the world because the country does not provide what they deserve. I've said it many times before, that we are first world brains stuck in a third world country. I see many of you, there's a brother there that I always see on social media, making very, very, very smart commentation, but he's stuck in a country that is not his. In a country that benefits from his qualities, from his talents, like many of you, which we must change. Museveni came to power when I was only 40 years. When I was only 4 years. 40 years later, I'm very soon becoming a grandfather. That means, for me and my generation, he has stolen away all our productive years. He did that to our grandparents. He did that to our parents. Now he has done that to us and to our young brothers and sisters. And if we don't change this, he's going to do that to our children and our grandchildren. That is why we rise to the occasion. The last time I was here, I'd come to perform. Maybe if I was still living in that life, we would be here drinking our beer and dancing the day or evening away. But I'll tell you something. One military general met us at a party with my friends. That was somewhere in 2016. That's one of the many things that challenged me to rise to the occasion and contribute to the betterment of my country. That was a time when there was a fight in Kisangani. He told us, you young people of Uganda are like the Congolese. When we were going to Congo to rob them of their gold, of their timber, we would pass the young Congolese in bars dancing to Dombolo ya Solo as we rob and plunder their country. And now you young Ugandans are here dancing the night away, drinking the night away while your future is being stolen. That provoked my thought. And to all of you today, especially the young people that are here in this room and are watching us online elsewhere in the world, I want you to know, like we've been taught before, that every generation has a duty to prepare for the next generation. I always love to quote these people that came before us, because everything that we are doing has been done before. There's a guy called Frantz Fanon. He said, every generation out of deep reflection must discover its cause and then choose to betray it or pursue it. I have no doubt that all of you here have discovered your cause. You are in this country. This is not where you belong. You belong in Africa. You know you cannot be accepted enough here. You cannot be loved enough here. That alone should have made you discover your cause. So I know you've discovered your mission in life. Now it is up to you to either pursue it or betray it. But I'm encouraged that you are in this room not to listen to He.Bobi Wine music, not to dance the night away, but to be challenged. I know all of you came here not expecting good words from me. I know many of you came here to hear sad stories, because mine and my wife's is a sad story. My country's story is a sad story. But you left your work, you gave in your time to come and listen to this sad story, so that together we can be challenged to do better. That alone is a step to the right direction. So I want to ask you that are here today to continue doing whatever you do. Create as much awareness as possible, everywhere, every day, and in every way. As for me and my family, we devoted ourselves to this fight because there's nothing else to do. I'm a proud Muganda man, and among the Baganda we say akugoba yakola chi, yakola gekubo. One that challenges you is the one that shows you the way. I was a successful musician. They banned my music. I looked for a better country, democratically and peacefully. They drove me out of my country, raided my house, humiliated my family, and drove me into what they thought was in exile. Yes, I might be technically in exile, but spiritually and ideologically, I'm not in exile. I'm on a mission. And my next stop is Uganda. I want to tell you, njagala bagamba abana-Uganda mwebali, abana-Uganda bagumo, abana-Uganda bali devoted okwedelivaringa mu mbeera eno, kubanga tewali kirala kyakola okujjako okwetaasa mu mbeera eno. Mwena abebeera balaba ku social media, mulaba buli lunaku nti bano abasajja tuzenga tubyogerako, tibawamba ensi yaffe, basooka tuwambako ddembe lyaffe, kati baagala n'otujjako obutuuze bwaffe. baleta ebiteekateeka ng'asobola okusalawo nti tokyali munnayuganda omugwira ate yagala okusalawo nti nze munnayuganda siri mu Uganda. Musobola okukkiriza oyo nonsense? Now they are doing as worse as not evicting people, but demolishing people's houses. They come to a so-called wetland, demolish poor people so that the rich foreigner there can enjoy your country in peace. They're turning us into slaves on our own soil, on the soil of our forefathers and foremothers. That we are not going to accept it. We are going to fight with the enemies necessary. Malcolm X has already taught us that nobody can turn you into a slave without your permission. We deny Museveni that permission. We must continue to deny them that permission. I'm personally grateful, not just for embracing myself and my family when we come running for our lives, but you have continuously supported the people in the struggle back home. Banange mwebale nnyo mwebalire ddala. Musupporting the struggle, musupporting abaana balwalindira enkyukakyuka. Twali mu campaign eno yona. You funded this campaign. We came to the US. You've housed us, you've fed us. Kati lwaki sifaafagane n'akasajja ako? So, maybe I love to make my conversations conversational. Kuba byembagamba mubimanyi. Mbidda mubuzi. I come just to share with you. But I know what you feel is what I feel. What you know is what I know, and even much more. The few months I've been outside my country, I've been watching everything from a bird's eye. From a sky point of view. That shows me that you people in the diaspora, many times, you know things even before we know them. You know what is going on home. You know the murderousness that is happening, especially targeting the women. They are trying to break our back. While I was away, we lost Edith Mufumbiro. Having abducted John Bosco Chibalamama neighbor and having him missed for more than 6 years. Now, even the wife was killed under unclear circumstances. Just yesterday, the wife of our missing brother, John Damulira, also died under suspicious circumstances. Does that mean we give up? No. We are not going to give up. Njagalo kibagamba wano mu quoting nti olunaku lumu mbadde njogera n'omuzeeyi ku makya n'angamba mwana wange mwe muli bato naye ku mulembe gw'Obote wano twali tetulowooza nti Obote asobola okugwa. Yali muyivu, yali akolagana n'abazungu, yali byonna abirina. Lwakya lumu boom nga takyaliko. Ku mulembe gwa Amini twali tetulowooza nti Amini asobola okuvaako. Because Idi Amin had everything. He was the most fierce dictator ever in the country. He is no more. What about this senile Museveni that cannot even chase a duck and catch it? So have faith. If there's anything that I want us to leave this room with, I want us to live with faith. I want us to live with hope. I always tell the young people that I speak to, and I want to tell all of you, the young and old present here today, that everything is on our side. The law is on our side. Because they cannot arrest me and convict me. All they can do is brutality, illegal abductions, and murder. So the law is on our side. The people are on our side. That is why they overwhelmingly voted for us. And Museveni switched the results. So the people are on our side. Time is on our side. I mean, look at me. Apart from murdering us, you think Museveni can outlive you? So time is on our side, but most importantly, the Almighty God is on our side. So have hope, have faith, We might be going through tough times. It might seem impossible. Mandela told us it always seems impossible until it is done. So have faith. Take the first step, and the second step, and the third step. Keep taking the steps in, even if you don't see the entire staircase. Just keep putting one foot in front of the other. One day we are going to be free. One day we are going to be in the same venue, only that we are going to be in Uganda. And I will tell you, didn't I tell you? And you will say, you told us. Yachibajukiza. So temugwamu manyi bana ba mama. Mubeere bagumu. Ffe tuli bagumu ate tetusirise, tetutudde. When you see me, I am working. When you don't see me, I am working. The reason why we come to countries like America is that we come to hold them accountable to their truth. We come to hold them accountable to the values that they profess. We come to call out their hypocrisy. Because this is supposed to be the world's biggest democracy. Then how come it is standing shoulder to shoulder with a dictator? If the promise was democracy, let them stand with the democracy. If the promise was human rights, let them stand with human rights. And it will happen. It does not happen as a miracle. There are no miracles. My mother told me God can only do for you what he can do through you. So if we want a miracle, we must push for that miracle. It was not a miracle for David to stone down Goliath. No, he picked that stone, he calculated, then he stoned the right. He should have stoned the leg, and you see, he wouldn't survive. He had to stone the right point on the head. And that's exactly what we are doing. We are continuously pressing the necessary buttons, and we shall not stop. We shall continue doing that. It is painstaking, it is slow, but it will definitely work. There has been evils in the world before. I want to remind you that there was slavery, where the entire world was conniving against black people. When Marcus Garvey stood and said black people must be free, his fellow black people thought it was a joke. Years later, there's no more slavery. But slavery had to be exposed and called out constantly until it fell. There was colonialism. Everybody thought that's the nature of humanity. Some of us have to be subjugated because of the color of our skin. It ended. It didn't end as a miracle. It was called out. It was fought vigorously, and it ended. So we must fight from all different angles. Don't think that because you're not on ground in Uganda, don't think that because you're in the diaspora, your fight is not effective. No, that's a lie. Everyone is equally necessary. Those that are fighting on the ground, the politicians that are making their point in the parliament, the foot soldiers on the ground that are organizing, you that are fighting on the internet, and yes, you that are protesting in the diaspora, everybody is necessary. Buli omu kyakola kyetaagisa. This is how these vices have always been fought. While the good white people were in Congress making a case against slavery, Harriet Tubman and others were on the slave farms killing those slave masters. So while the congressmen were making a case morally that slavery is immoral, Harriet Tubman was proving to the slave master that slavery is not only immoral, but it is dangerous. So that we must do. On our side, we are non-violent. Petuli non-violent. To go by democracy. But I've said it many times and I'll say it again, that a time will come, and probably is around the corner, when I will have no more justification to stop those ones that want to free themselves by any means necessary. So let us continue doing what we do. You in the diaspora, whenever there's a demonstration, please join it. It works. People like Museveni feed off the money from the Americans and the Europeans. For a long time, America was giving up to $1 billion to the Uganda government. But until we called it out, it started receding. We must continue calling it out. I can guarantee you one day the US government will disassociate with the evils in Uganda. Yes, it is possible. It is possible. Once upon a time, Mandela was named a terrorist by a British Prime Minister, Margaret Thatcher. It was until a documentary showing the evil of apartheid was premiered here in America that the US government was embarrassed to associate with apartheid. And when the US government put its hands off apartheid, apartheid fell. When the US government puts its hands off the Museveni dictatorship, that will be a game over. But that is going to take your singular and collective efforts for us to change our country. I can only come here to remind you, but I know that you already know. But we need to always encourage each other, to always motivate each other. And that's exactly what we are doing. As of me, I can only promise you that I will not give up. Do I even have a choice anyway? And please don't give up on the hope. Many people are being silenced. Banji bagenda bagwamu amanyi. Ne bapowa banange temugwamu manyi. Temugwamu manyi, temupowa. Njagala kusinzira wano kusindika obubaka eri bannayuganda bannaffe bonna. The trick of the oppressor. Babalo banyigirize nnyo kati nga bafuula abatomeragana. Njagala bajukiza nti Musa bwe yali ajja abaana ba Isirayiri mu busibe e Misiri, batuuka ekiseera ne batambula ka distance kaali katono, naye olw'embeera bwe yali batambulirayo emyaka 40. Ne batuuka ekiseera ne batabukira ne Musa ne bamugamba tuzzeeyo n'otuzaayo. Ffe bwe twali eri mu sirevale, bwe twali eri mu busibe twalyanga emmere. Bwe twali eri mu busibe ne kati tutambula bamu bafa. Tuzzeeyo. Ne batandika n'okulwanagana. Mbirabe ennaku zino n'olaba abanyigirizibwa bennyini nga batandise okubagana. Nga tebakyatunuulira abanyigiriza, kati ate beetunuulira bo kennyini. Bannange temuggwamu maanyi, temuva ku mulamwa. Ekiro enzikiza ekwata nnyo obudde bwe buba bunaatera okukya. So, embeera eyiza okuba ng'emalamu amaanyi, naye tugenda kutuuka gye tulaga. Yes, bangi bagenda tulyamu olukwe. Yes, bangi bagenda bagula. Yes, bangi bagenda basitisa, bangi bagenda kutya, naye tujja kutuuka gye tulaga. Oyo gw'olabanga weddemu amaanyi teyalina kutuuka naffe. Oyo gw'olabanga atuuze omwoyo gwe teyalina kuba naffe. Ky'oba okola toggwamu ssuubi, kasita toggwamu ssuubi bannange tugenda kutuuka gye tulaga. Tugenda kutuuka gye tulaga, temuggwamu maanyi. Mabolooza ndi Museveni tasoboka, genda omutunuulire bw'atambula. No, genda omutunuulire bw'atambula. Ekyo aloni kirina okumala okwongera amaanyi. Museveni ne bwe tuzinga buzinzi mikono ajja kugwa, naye bw'agwa ensi yaffe egenda kubeera etya. Ensonga lwaki tulina okukozesa kino ekiseera okutegeka Uganda eddako. Tubeere abo abakulembeze be twagala okubeera. We are the next Uganda. So kye weeteekamu weetegekera Uganda empya, bw'oba obukulembeze abaana bo n'abazzukulu be bagenda okusanga. So temuggwamu maanyi, temuluuzinga discipline, temuluuzinga mpisa, temuluuzinga bwesimbu, temutandika kuvumagana na kwekonjeragana. Nedda, tugenda kutuuka gye tulina okutuuka. Naye gye tulina okutuuka tulina okuteekawo ekifaananyi ekya Uganda eyo empya. Eri abakulembeze abo abatuuseko mu zi ofisi muzikozese okulaga ekifaananyi kya Uganda gye tugenda okuteekawo. Nsiima nnyo abo abakulembeze abatukiikirira abataddewo eki kifaananyi. N'enkubiriza abo abakyalina obunafu nti munnange ffe mu Uganda empya tetugenda kwekkiriranya. Tukole ekyo ekituufu abantu kye batusuubiramu. Ye lwaki sikomaawo nga njogedde nnyo. Thank you very much for listening to me, ladies and gentlemen. I am very, very, very honored to be with you here. We are not going to give up. We are not going to give up. We are going to fight. We are going to get our freedom or die trying to get our freedom. Because it is for us. It is not a gift. It is not a favor. We deserve it and we must see that freedom in our lifetime. We are going to vote for our own leaders in our lifetime. We are going to elevate one of us and put him or her there in our lifetime. We are going to have a servant leader in our lifetime. That is going to happen by the grace of God. Thank you very much for listening to me, ladies and gentlemen. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Can you please sit down? DJ. Now, we're going to have a few questions. But before we have the questions, allow me to recognize a few. But I recognize all of you. But they are extraordinary faces. Those who have left everything for years for this struggle. And there are those who are the pioneers of people power at the Pacific Northwest. I want to recognize Mr. Tony Lukongwa. Can you stand up, please? Mr. President, me and Tony, we've been in this struggle for, I don't know, since I've been in this area. Mr. Lukongwa, please come out. We have Mrs. Jacinta. I don't know where she is. Please come. We have Saidi, my namesake. Mr. Mukasa. Mr. Mukasa, can you come from Portland, Oregon? Mr. President, all these people, they have been exceptional. But there are some people who leave everything they have for the cause. allow me to make you stand again for a picture with these guys, because at this North Seattle, we didn't have a voice. But when we started, now I can see that the fire is burning. Without any doubt, you will go back to Uganda. And by the way, those who are online, our president will be coming. Anytime we're going to celebrate at Entebbe Muntebe. Remember, we had 4 principles during the campaign. Mukanonye, mukakume, mukalonde, mukabanje. This is our constitutional right in Article 3. Etuwa obuvunanyizibwa ngaba na Uganda okwerondera omuntu gwe twagala. Singa omuntu oyo ayagala okutubbako obuwanguzi bwaffe mu constitution eyo yennyini mu kawaayiro namba 3 katukkiriza okukola ekyo kyonna kye tusuubira okulwanirira obuwanguzi bwaffe. Eyo ye constitution yaki? Ya Uganda. N'olw'ensonga eyo temutya, tuli gumite. Bino muzeeyi agenda ate n'okufa nako kumusemberere atera okukyogera. Allah anaatera okukola ki? Okusindika malayika walumbe. N'olw'ensonga eyo temufaayo. Mukama waffe ali ku mirimu mitongole agenda kukomawo. So Mr. President, mukadde kano tankusabe twekubyeyo ekifaananyi kimu n'abantu bano, oluvannyuma bajja kubuuza ebibuuzo. So. Thank you. Now you can go back and get seated. Yeah. Now I'm going to hand over the microphone to Madame Grace Chiboneka to take us through this segment. And of course, you can ask your question, be precise, and keep time, because by 9:30 we will be leaving. After 9, we will be concluding our event, and we start cleaning, because this is a school, and we have to abide by the agreement we signed. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. Are we going to clap or not? Thank you so much for inspiring us to do what we do. We love what we do. It's purposeful. So I want to, before we get into the questions, I want to recognize again everybody that generously supported the political prisoners. All your money has come in. So thank you so much. I just wanted to provide that feedback so you know you did pretty good and you should be proud of yourselves. So those of you who are not able to participate in the $300 portraits, their certificates also autographed. Any amount you can put, as long as it's $30 or more, it will go towards the same account for the welfare of the families of political prisoners. Okay? So that they are also autographed and at the desk with Ms. Jacinta, the one you saw here. Okay. Mr. President, I'm going to start off with questions. And then, because of time, very strict with time, and we will get some. So I'm gonna moderate 5 questions, and then I will get some audience questions. After which, once we are done with that, we are gonna have a session of pictures, and that's gonna be timed so that we can close out here on time. We would ask you to purchase any small things you need, and then also help us to pick up any trash, if you have any, and deposit it in the dustbins, so we can all be, supportive of the cleanup in time. So thank you. So I have some questions to start off. I just need to find them in my phone. Give me a second. Okay, I'm going to start by re-welcoming you again to the Pacific Northwest. We do recognize you as our duly de jure elected president. We are so proud of identifying with that. And yeah, wechiruma akolechi oba afafe afe. Kakati, then one first question. Could you please help us understand what keeps you going? And secondly, why do you think this is a moment you are the right person to take on a 40-year entrenched dictatorship? That's our first question. Do you want me to ask more or just go one?
Thank you. Thank you. What keeps me going? Hope. Hope. Hope that one day is going to work out. And that hope is not empty. That hope is backed by historical evidence. We are in a terrible situation, but many countries have been in such a situation. They've overcome it. So, looking back at what has been overcome in history shows me that we too shall overcome. So, that hope should keep us going. And secondly, somebody asked, why do I think this is the moment and I'm the right person? Part of the question is right and the other is wrong. The part where it says it's the moment, yes, this is the moment. There's no other moment in history. There's never been a moment in history when force, when violence is subdued by non-violence that now. There's never been a time in history when the world is so connected, when Uganda is so connected, when Africa is so connected. We are here right now, but we don't have to depend on the media, on traditional media. No, we are here, but they're watching us in Uganda and everywhere else in the world. Whoever pays attention to the situation in Uganda is watching us. There's never been a time like this. So this is the moment to seize this opportunity and make use of it. People fought and they overcome oppression. There was a time when the white man was controlling all media, but black people overcame. There was a time when colonialists had all the media. They had the voice. They decided what airs on TV and radio, but they overcame. In the days of Obote and Amin, those people struggling for freedom depended on writing letters, where somebody could even intercept your message and write a different letter and send it to your comrade and set them up. But now we communicate in real time. There's never been a time like now. So this is the moment. So that part of the question is right. And when they said, I'm the right person, no. I am not the right person. We are the right people. We. Don't you ever put it on me. I am not fighting for you. We are fighting for ourselves. All of us. Never rely on an individual. We are not going to be saved by an individual. We are going to be saved by all of us. And if one of us leads us, could be me, could be you, could be anybody, that person must be held accountable to the masses, lest we risk returning to the dictatorship. So I am not the right person. We are the right people. We as a generation, we as a people. Thank you.
The next question, Mr. President, is what is the opposition strategy for political prisoners, the ones that we just, some of whom we were displaying on the screen and that did a fabulous fundraiser for. So why not simply agree to negotiate the
Thank you. That is like 3 questions in one. What is the opposition strategy on political prisoners? Why don't you simply negotiate with Museveni? What is the opposition? Let's not look at opposition. In Uganda, there is no government and opposition. No. They are thieves and victims. They are oppressors and the oppressed. They are eaters and the eaten. The thieves, the oppressors, the eaters are both in the NRM and in the so-called opposition. It is a fight between the citizens of Uganda and those that are holding them hostage. And those that are holding them hostage are not only the ones that put on yellow. They are even those that pretend to be in the opposition. So, for us, we don't look at ourselves as opposition. We are looking at ourselves as freedom fighters. Because there are even those that don't wear red like us, but they are fighting for a better country. We must stop looking at this as a politics as usual. This is a struggle for freedom, not ordinary politics. It is until we free ourselves, then we are going to look at ourselves. Politics is a contestation of ideas. So in Uganda, it is not politics. It is a fight for freedom, because it's not a contestation for ideas. It is a fight to free ourselves. What is our strategy on political prisoners? Every option should be on the table. Every moral option, apart from surrender. There has been political prisoners before. There's only one thing that works with dictators, and it is pressure. Pressure in every possible way. Pressure. You can never appeal to the moral goodwill of a dictator. No, you have to pressure them. They only bend to pressure. So that is our strategy as of now. Somebody asked, why don't we just negotiate with Museveni? Who asked that question? Are you mad? Negotiate about our freedom. Okay, let's say, negotiation. In a negotiation, it's give and take. We are asking him to free our political prisoners. What do we want? What do you want us to give him? Because these people were imprisoned for speaking the truth, for demanding for a better country, demanding for democracy. So, if Museveni is freeing our people through a negotiation, what do you want us to give? To shut up about democracy? To stop demanding for better? As far as I'm concerned, even if I'm to stay alone, I will never stop. So, as of me, that's what I believe. I know there are others that are tired of prison. I mean, many of our friends were freed. They did not commit any crime. Because, I mean, the last time I looked, the Constitution of Uganda says every Ugandan has a right to have a political persuasion. And presidential elections are not illegal. It's not illegal to stand against Museveni in a political campaign. I was a candidate, and I believe what I was doing then is as right as it is now. We did not commit any crime. So when you arrest me and you force me to apologize for doing what is written in the law, I don't understand. If we were born in a monarchy, I would understand. But somewhere I read that it is legal to run for president, and it is legal to support a candidate of your choice. unless if they change the law and ban elections. Then we will apologize for breaking the law. But as of now, we're not breaking that law, and we don't apologize for not breaking the law. Thank you.
Okay, so you know why he's running, right? You know why we are every day inspired. Let's try another. So, Mr. President, here in the Pacific Northwest, we pride ourselves on being both individually and collectively progressive and diverse in nature. We have a vibrant African diaspora population. So what is your message to us? Why should we care? What's your message to us? Why should we care about your message?
The diaspora. Why should you care? When I was still in school, we had a motto. If you think education is expensive, try ignorance. You know? I mean, you should care because this is not your home. You might be in America, you might have an American passport, you might speak English, but this is not your home. If you don't care for you, you care for your children or your children's children. Because one day, you will need to come back home. You need to secure that home. The only place where you will have full human dignity is home. You are not home, you need to have a home. And that's exactly why you need to care. Thank you.
So I've been advised that we need to recognize some time constraints the President has. And so we're going to end our Q&A. But I hope that at least you know why this awareness is important and why we need to connect and keep that fight burning, with or without him. Because he told us whether we see him or not see him, he's on the job every day, every time. So now, and so we are not going to take give audience questions. But so what we want to do is to organize us for about 5-6 minutes of pictures. So let's.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. President, Your Excellency, when I request you, with the First Lady, to take a picture with my coordinators, and of course we're going to take a picture of all the people who are here, and those few minutes, people who want a picture with the President as the party, they can, and of course that will be because we are time constraints. And of course, next time, let us be on time. Because time is essence. Without managing time, everything goes bad. Thank you. No more questions? So let's start. Mr. Boyd. Please come here. We want question one way. And I will answer that question before you can go.
So, Mr. President, what is next? This is the only question. What is next?
Mr. President was asking what is next. What is next is to fight for what is ours. Simple. Mr. President said, he's not fighting around. We are all in this fight. The President did his part. We don't demand anything. He doesn't always ask anything. Now, we are the ones who hold ourselves. If we see on ourselves that we don't do nothing, our president is not going to go to Uganda and because they didn't do whatever they do. But when we stand up as the one, it happened in Kenya. Kenya didn't go on the street, but Ugandans, they went on the street, went after them, went together. What next pieces are going to do? Let's unite. Regardless of the tribe, regardless of the religion, regardless of your It's time to fight for what is yours. The president has done his part. Now you're asking what do you want him to do? With that, I think Mr. Paul, I answered your question. It's you and me to go and report the thing. Say, Mr. President, can you please come and take a picture? My committee, yes, you can sit down here. Mr. Wagman, Mr. Omiki, Madam Grace, Mr. Joshua, sit down there, and of course, Mrs. President can come back again one more time. And of course, there is also another recognized gentleman who's been on the registration. It's called Musa. Musa is seated. And you can come for a picture with us. And of course, Mr. President, there are some who did not make it because of sickness and other engagements which might have caused that inconvenience. But we apologize for that, Mr. President. So let's take a picture. We can maybe go down here, maybe to people. And no, I don't want Mr. President. Oh, no, maybe here. No. Okay. Thank you. We're going to take a pictures of the leaders. And, Mr. President, we are seated with one. She's also part of us, but she was with the first lady. She's called Edith Katu. And she has a special gentleman from Burundi, who's a friend from Burundi. He's seated right there at the extreme end. Mr. Robert, please stand up. You can come because Mr. President wants to see. And of course, the world, we need to see that it's not only Uganda. We have our brothers from Kenya, we have brothers from Burundi, we have brothers all over the place. Yeah. I will invite them after the picture. Let's take it. In the interest of time, we're going to have those people from other countries for one picture, and the president is going to depart because he has another engagement. Please allow me, because the president has another meeting. Let's have a picture for all those from Kenya. And have a picture with the president, or you can come and have one picture with the president. Only. Guys, let's have this screen in the picture so that the president can leave. Okay? One picture only. You can go behind. You can. That's enough. But in the interest of the time, the president has another engagement. A group picture, one group picture, and then we go.
Ulamu ogwo gwosi gwe gwange. Buli omu
Mr. Dan Chikomeko, are you ready to entertain a little bit? Give our president a little bit of something of what you do. At least this is our Northwest flavor, so you also get that.
Now, now.
I'm sorry, before we did that, we should actually sing the national anthems. I'm sorry about that. Let's do that. Would you mind standing up one more time? We can start with the Uganda one, and then I think I need to know, Mr. Rahman. Yeah. So are you playing it, or do you want me to sing it? Thank you so much. You may take your seats. So we will have a little bit of a little entertainment. Welcome our president. Then we will take a quick break so you can, for those of you who've been around.
It's there. The speaker is there.
This was messing me up. So I hope you heard me. So Mr. Dan, so can we just have one item, please?
Yeah. I don't know. Turn off the mic. Yeah, turn it on.
Wanombikako mpugumyako ompewetako olutiko n'olujjako njagala mbe mukafubako ng'enjuba ekwa tonefuulira nerimbula erinsiseeka onaatera kunkoza sobi kutabula ddaawa bino byenkulundalunda leberebe dance echo. Yeno sijakelele misuwa jimyasa omusayi kukulukotera kumukumona ndwasa baby, I'm feeling lazy baby, olukakulufuka mwezi ekiro kinkanga amagulu ngafunyiza mu nsonda nokwata wisiraba nokwata kunkona natera kunkoza sobi kutabula ddaawa bino byenkulundalunda buli ssaawa wankubye tageti wankubye sabaawa kironyuka enzikiza tekusangayo essaawa kyensinga okutya kuleka bakutwale tolengulula n'ofumita akasaale wandaga kiddako empewefuwa nombikako mbugumyako tewendako lutiko n'olujjako njagala mbe mukafubako ng'enjuba ekwa tonefuulira nerimbula erinsiseeka naatera kunkoza sobi kutabula ddaawa bino byenkulundalunda buli ssaawa wankubye tageti wankubye sabaawa kironyuka enzikiza tekusangayo essaawa onkwatangako empewefuwa nobikako kugumyako opewetako lutiko n'olujjako ekiro kinkanga amagulu ngafunyiza mu nsonda aninokwata wesiraba nokwata kunkona nabeera bunkoza nsobi kutabula ddaawa bino byenkulondalonda buli ssaawa ali wankubye tageti wankubye sabaawa kironyuka enzikiza tekusangayo essaawa oh my baby I need my shadow kironyuka obukula tekusangayo essaawa it's the pen this one sanafuzi numye ndinye sanafuzi numye mukimwani makulindidde wekulindidde bangaina nawuliranga wewongambye okulindidde omanyotera okulwayo okuyita bwoyangu wangakona wolimba ensiriza wanonwanyikamwe obudde busire gyo n'abazazize bwakyayo omama bakalinga kuterekayo nonene bwayikamwe Banange kuluma, omutima guluma kuluma temerumya banange kiruma musana fuzinumye ninye musana fuzinumye mukimwani wekulindidde tukola omukwano gwannamadala wano mukimwani ondabira ddala era nga byaddala mukimwani wekulindidde mukwano wekulindidde okumpi n'oluwani wekulindidde namadala lunasiwa kuzikiza amateeka ferero twakugamenya omukenguzi yagifuna ekyo kyama kukume nga tatemya labalaba oyiga okuwuzika ekyuma kutwala mu kibala labalaba wulira obuwomi bwa piya tusula mu kikesa maama wulira ebidongo bituyita bine bidongo maama yefa abafumbo n'abafumba linesa abafumbo mukimwanyi omutima gunumaluma bweguluma tekwerumyalumya banange biruma ensanafu zinumyerumye ninye musanafu zinumye mukimwanyi wekulindidde tukola omukwano gwannamadala wano mukimwanyi ondabira ddala era nga byaddala mukimwanyi wekulindidde mukwano wekulindidde okumpi n'oluwanyi wekulindidde tukola omukwano gwannamadala nawuliranga musiyobagaina nawuliranga obudde busibye nnyo n'abasazi nze bweru ntya nawulira topapiriza kugenda kwatiriramu nja kukwagala ebyalagirwa buli kyenasuubiza nditukiriza kuletedwa mukwano gwabula weyawula laavu n'okwerimba zenatetekwa kukwesinga nabakufungiza kakibagambe nalinasayo napulikesoni babakole batya kabewaale teliyasinga kwalifikesoni mulina mukwano gwomulina inside, kutula inside. There is a way you turn me upside, downside and any upside. Obakulo na wakusane, sine chukani kukuwadeire. Bobulamu abane mubulwadde, kuno kuyungala bulikadde. Kutunula wala loja kwekona, oja kutomera te wechuse. Papiriza kugenda kwatirira, nja kukwagala musiyobagaina nawulira papiriza kwabyo wekulindidde omanyotera okulwayo
seats in this county.
Well, this is like,
because
for
your
like
voice,
15
your
minutes.
experience.
Wine, thank you so much for what you do. I am, okay. One of the reasons why people like myself can arise and run for office is because we've seen the sacrifice that you have done in the country of Uganda. And I know sometimes for you and your wife, I have seen what you all have gone through under the government of Mr. Museveni. And it is painful. But you know what? Every time you both are going through what you're going through, you are making progress. It may not feel like it. Sometimes it does not feel like it. I see the painful videos when they come into your homes and they do what they do. But you know what? You are once in a lifetime leader in the country of Uganda. And Mr. Wine, never give up what you're doing. It may not look like much to you. Sometimes as a person you may not see it, but we see it. We see it. And one day you are going to be the president of Uganda. And any African leader that has sidelined you, they will be on your side. So don't give up. Don't lose hope. Mama, keep being strong. I know it's not easy. But one day you all are going to lead Uganda. And we are going to see a different Uganda. The economy of Uganda is going to be very different. So don't give up. We are behind you. We are behind you. And I'd like to encourage people, please make sure you support. Don't just celebrate and wear red. Be about action. You know, sometimes it's easy to wear the red. It's easy to chant. But we need to back that up with action. So I'm speaking as a politician. He's a politician. Let me tell you, when you put action, the heat feels stronger. Don't just say Bobby, but put the action, and you will see how Uganda will become. And your children for generations will be thankful that you all did what you did. Because when you do your part and he does his part, you're doing the same thing to move Uganda forward. So never give up the fight that you're putting up. And Mzee is going to rest very soon. I promise you that. He will. He will. And some of you that are afraid that his son is going to take over, he's not. I'm telling you that. This is the president of Uganda. Yeah, he is the president. So, mine for you, Bobby and wife, stay strong. Stay strong. And we will be praying for you. So thank you.
So we thank you for those kind words, for your time. Very appreciative. I'm a coordinator of our local chapter that helps to get our delegates, Mr. President, when he wants to be here, to be the conduit that connects. And so we hope that this, what we have sown, can bear some fruit. We thank you so much. And one day, everything's going to be all right. Okay. So thank you so much. And you can take your seats. Okay, so our next activity is to introduce to most of you who have never been to a RARA NUP convention. It is happening in LA. It's not far from here, so that you know a little bit of what's going on. So give us a second. I need to start I think I need to do something technical here. I need to start the Zoom, and then actually I think they're already on. I thought they're already on.
They did go through the computer here.
Can you do that? They're already on. Admit all. Okay. So give us a second, friends that are on the Zoom from California.
Someone say something. Who's going to speak next?
It is said, Mr. Daka. Can you hear us, Mr. Daka?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Okay. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna interface your voices while
Yes, mic check 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2.
Mr. Ranga, your mic.
Use this one.
Your Excellency, we apologize for these inconveniences. As a matter of fact, we have what we call a contractual we signed, and of course we needed some help with technology. Some of us, we never studied technology, but we will handle that at a later time. I'm going to use my God-given talent, which is the voice. First of all, I want to welcome our dear elected President of the Republic of Uganda, He.Bobi Wine Seattle. Together with the First Lady, Babi Chagwan, she's in the house. Let us all stand up, because I have been seated close to him. We did not give him his due welcome. I want you to raise your hand and shout and say, we welcome you in the state of Washington. 1 2 3, go. People power! People power! People power! Thank you. Now I can see that the president is in the house. We also want to welcome, now you can get seated, please. I just wanted to warm you. I saw some people sleeping. I want to welcome also our guests from different offices. Mr. Kenny Omimbi, he might be a Ugandan, but now he sits with our executive of King County. We have Julia, he just left, and of course our Mariam, she's vying a position. My name's, I'm Saidi Ruanga, the chairperson, the current chairperson and coordinator of this event, together with my team, and I'm going to request them, Madam Grace, to come on the podium. Mr. Kenny Omimbi, please come out. Mr. Rockman, please come out. And of course, Mr. Joshua Sendaula, I can see you are seated behind. I want you to come at the podium. Can we do that in the interest of time? Because in my medical profession, time is essence when you are treating somebody. So I expect you guys to be here on the podium. Thank you. Mr. Kenny Omimbi, I requested you to come on the podium, please. And Mr. Joshua Sendaula, can you please come down here? Yeah, he's seated behind. Okay. Your Excellency, I'm working with a small team, but this is a big team. This is Mr. Kenny Omimbi, is our mobilizer. Madam Grace, she's also coordinator. Mr. Rockman is the youth leader, at the same time mobilizing the artists we have here. And I think you enjoyed a song from one other than Mr. Danze. There's a reason. Your Excellency, In this, Your Excellency, you fought a fight. You paid everything for Uganda, and you don't owe anything to Ugandans. You have done your part. Our duty, as all you guys seated here, is to see that our president is in Entebbe in his seat. Our dear sister said something. Shouting without action is zero. In my profession, when you don't give somebody the right medication, he's going to die. Our medication on this struggle is to see our president championing the democratic principles we all love and all see. We wouldn't be here. So, what does that mean? It's not words, it's the action. The president was elected by 80% of Ugandans, and as we talk, is not in exile, is here to champion that movement of Ugandans to return home. What does that mean? You and me, we have to go together and take him back to his seat and remove the dictator to where he is. At this juncture, Your Excellency, allow me, we have an item which is so special. That's why I invited these people. It's going to be auctioning your picture, and of course, we have those pictures. We're going to put some price tag on those pictures. The winner will take that beautiful picture. And Madame Grace, she knows how to do this better than I am. So I'm going to hand over this, and we do a raffle, because I know that our president did his part, but I want to see the action which we've been talking of. Thank you.
You're so welcome. Thank you so much. I would like Mr. Ruckman to get back to your desk so you can run the prisoners in the background. Okay. Okay. So this is a very special moment. I don't know what happens when I get that thing. And I probably can raise my voice. But it's a special moment for us to put our faces, our thoughts, our pockets and minds on the so many prisoners, political prisoners in Uganda. Most of them are supported by women who have been widowed. Some of them become homeless because their husbands have gone and have been in prison since 2020 because of their political action, political activism. So we want to take 10 minutes displaying. Can you display these things? Yeah, display. We do have, if you can, use your so many senses. On the screen are some of the names. There are some of them, some of whom are leaders in the National Unity Platform. One of them is a deputy president of our president, His Excellency Robert Sentamu. But we have so many leaders. And you see how we dress these things? They are significant. I didn't know what they were when the young people did, but I caught up. I'm like, these are how working people struggle. They wear rugged things. They work in mines. They work in trenches. They are the ones who take the trash. They are the ones who work in markets. They are the ones who deliver whatever they do. They just wear working clothes. They are not what they call the elite. But so we have, are they 10? Okay, so we have 10 items here similar. And we are so blessed that they've been autographed by both the president, right?
Yeah, and the first lady.
Is this the first lady?
Yeah.
And the first lady, because they are here. So if you want any one of these, the price is $300. You can take it, and all you need to do is to Zelle that amount and decide which one you want to take. So let's figure out who wants to take any one of these. You go to the back end, we'll follow you with your picture, pay, and then, but all of those proceeds are to help the families of the prisoners that Museveni has decided they belong in the dungeons because he doesn't like their political activity. And we are here in the diaspora to support them, to support their families, their kids, to be able to go to school, to buy school supplies. So kindly, I know you can do this. Let's do this. Let's show some support. You put up your hand, decide which one you want to pick, grab it, take it to the back, pay, take it. So if you don't do this, I'm going to have to call people by name. So please, give me, just do like 2 minutes. If I don't see anything, I'm just going to say, so-and-so, yes, ma'am. You're taking, okay. So what's your name? Who? Oh, Jessica Mwebaza. Thank you so much. Yeah, we have a winner right here. $300. Jessica, Miss Jacinta. Jessica is walking. Take this. Yeah, so she can register it. Yeah, so she knows you've taken one.